What drives innovation outcomes of local firms when dealing with international competition? We believe this is an important question that can offer us some new insights into the fields of foreign direct investment spillovers and the dynamic capabilities literature. This project is a cooperation between Monica Riviere from ISC Paris Business School and me, Peter Zamborski from the University of Auckland Business School in New Zealand. We analyzed over 1,000 observations of firms from Central and Eastern Europe, but also from Germany and India, and looked at the relationship between various antecedents of dynamic capabilities of these firms and their innovation outcomes. In particular, we focused on the environmental level factors, foreign competition and imports, how they drive innovation outcomes. Then team and individual level factors, including the CEO and top management team characteristics, particularly whether they've been born abroad or come from other multinationals. And finally, we looked at the organizational hierarchy and how it relates to innovation outcomes of local firms. We believe that our findings provide some contributions to the dynamic capabilities literature by incorporating the concept of managerial spillovers from the FDI spillovers literature, and that we move the FDI spillovers literature towards a more strategic approach that will eventually benefit the local firms. Let us look into some salient details of our study. We have already talked about our research context and key variables, about the positioning of our study in the FDI spillovers literature and the dynamic capabilities view. And I have already explained our research question: what drives success of local firms when dealing with international competition? Now let's look at our empirical model, a dependent variable, our innovation outcomes in terms of introduction of new products or services, and our explanatory variables are antecedents of dynamic capabilities of local firms at three levels: environmental factors, in particular foreign competition, individual team level factors, including CEO industry experience, and three measures of managerial spillovers, whether managers come from MNEs, whether they are born abroad or got an MBA abroad, and the number of levels of organizational hierarchy. We developed several hypotheses related to our empirical model. We find support in particular for the impact of foreign competition on innovation outcomes. In terms of leadership factors, it is mostly the number of years of CEO industry experience that matters. And out of the other three measures of the managerial team characteristics, it is most important whether the managers were born abroad. On the other hand, the MBA from abroad does not seem to have much impact on innovation outcomes, and whether managers come from multinationals has a moderate impact on innovation outcomes. Finally, quite interestingly, number of levels of hierarchy are positively related to the propensity to introduce new products and services. We, in our hypothesis development, try to link that to the managerial factors. Potentially, the middle managers enhance cross hierarchy vertical ties and help to win influence with the CEO in terms of introductions of new products and services. Our contributions, I think we bring much more strategic view driven by the capabilities literature to the FDI spillovers literature, and focus on strategic responses of local firms to foreign competition rather than just them being passive recipient of the spillovers. And we bring in relationships between different levels of antecedents, in particular team and organizational level ones. We would like to thank you for your interest in our presentation and encourage you to leave comments or read the paper